Understanding by design is often misunderstood. Some teachers worry that UBD will replace their lesson plans. Others fear it will add more work, more paperwork, and more pressure. So let's be very clear from the beginning. Understanding by design does not replace lesson planning. A recipe does not replace a baker. And UBD does not replace a teacher's lesson plan. A recipe gives direction. The baker still decides how to work with the dough, the oven, and the moment. UBD works the same way. Without understanding by design, teaching usually begins in one of three ways. The first is teaching by the textbook. Lesson 1, then Lesson 2, then Lesson 3. When the chapter is finished, the teaching is considered complete. Students may remember bits and pieces, but their understanding is often fragmented and disconnected. The second approach is teaching by activities. An activity looks interesting, so it becomes the lesson. A fun lab leads the teaching. Students are busy, engaged, and doing many things. But doing many things does not always lead to understanding. There is often a lot of activity, and very little clarity about what students are meant to understand. The third approach is teaching for the test. Students learn how to answer specific questions. They practice exam techniques. They perform well on assessments. And then the exam ends, and much of the learning disappears. In all three cases, teaching starts with what to do, not with what students need to understand. Understanding by design changes the starting point. UBD does not ask, "What will I teach today?" Instead, it asks a more powerful question. What deep understanding should students develop through this learning? And then, another question. How will I know that they truly understand it? Only after those questions are clear does UBD turn to lessons, activities, and teaching strategies. This shift is small in wording, but enormous in impact. Now, here is the most important clarification. Understanding by design does not replace lesson planning. UBD is design at the unit level. It clarifies goals, understanding, and evidence of learning across time. A lesson plan is design at the lesson level. It responds to real students, real classrooms, and real moments. They operate on two different levels, and both are essential. After completing a UBD unit, teachers must still create a lesson map. They must still plan individual lessons. They must still adjust, adapt, and respond to their students. UBD gives direction. Lesson planning brings that direction to life. Understanding by design does not take control away from teachers. It gives their teaching purpose, clarity, and coherence. So let's end with one clear message. Understanding by design does not replace lesson planning. It strengthens it.